The power of color is beyond imagination. According to a study, it was found that it takes around 90 seconds for one to make a subconscious choice about a product. And 62 to 90% of that assessment is based upon color. So now you can imagine how strong a color is. It can either make or break your brand. Professionals like interior designers, UI UX designers, graphic designers, makeup artists, and many others know how to play with the color. So to play with the color, you have to understand the logic behind it. And for that, you have to understand the color theory. So let's dive into that. So color theory, by definition, it is a set of instructions that allows one to understand how the color interact, combine, and influence each other visually. See, one can always choose the color based upon their preferences and their intuition, but by applying the color theory, you can get the scientific understanding of the color and how effectively the color can be combined to get a visual pleasing effect. So the color theory was established by Newton in the year 1666 when he invented the color wheel, which is the core of the color theory. Now what is that? It is a circular representation of color based upon the scientific properties of the light and how the human perceive the colors. It shows a relationship between the primary, secondary, and tertiary color. Now what are these primary, secondary, and tertiary color? So the primary color are red and blue. The secondary color are the mix of primary colors, and the tertiary color are a mix of both primary and secondary color. Sometimes it might happen that you are working for a client and the client has a pre-existing color scheme for their brand and they want you to design something new with that color scheme only. Now what does that color scheme mean? Color scheme is the combination of different sets of color. So the most commonly used color scheme are the monochromatic color scheme uses a variation of a single color. For instance, companies like Coca-Cola and Apple uses this color scheme. Here a single color's tone, their shades, their tint are used. The second one is the analogous color. Here the colors that are adjacent to each other in the color wheel are grouped together. For example, Subway uses this color scheme. Third is a complementary color scheme. Here the colors that are opposite to each other in the color wheel are grouped together. For instance, McDonald's uses this color scheme. Talking of the split complementary, here a color is chosen as a base color and two colors adjacent to its complementary color. For instance, Windows. In the triadic color, it uses three colors that are placed evenly on the color wheel. For instance, Google. The next one is the tetradic or the square color scheme. Here two sets of complementary colors are used. Companies like PayPal uses this color approach. And the last one is the neutral color base. Here the neutral shades like the black, beige, white are used. Nike used this color approach. Thank you for watching my content.